Welcome. I'm back. Welcome to Fit for Your Life, Fit for Life, rather. I'm Karen McKenzie. This is show number 4. And I'm calling it a balancing act because it's going to be all about balance. 1 in 3 seniors over 65 will take a fall every year, and sometimes that leads to a second fall. We don't want that to happen. I'd just like to tell you a little bit about balance and what it involves. It involves your brain, your muscles. Weak muscles will make you fall, but it's your muscles and bones working together to process sensory information from vision, hearing, your vestibular system, your sense of touch, proprioception, the sense of where you are in space. That's what proprioception means. But there's a lot you can do for yourself. And remember, weak muscles, weak legs, you're going to fall. So lack of exercise is one of the things that leads to a fall. It's the most important, I think. If you don't exercise, your muscles get weak. Then you have poor posture. Even posture contributes to poor balance. Tight muscles, lack of flexibility. So we're going to do some specific balance exercises today. So get ready, get into your chairs, get your water. One more thing I'd like to mention, prescription drugs, poor eyesight and hearing also contribute to poor balance. So keep that in mind. So let's start with leg strength. Let's strengthen those legs a little bit. So we're going to sit forward in the chair. We did this, I think, on the first show. We're going to do it again. And we're going to try to do 8 of them. So let's do this. Let's start here with the arms crossed right over at the chest. And we're going to do 8 of these. So you're going to stand up. If you have trouble standing or cannot stand at all, you really need to do strength training. So let's sit down again slowly. Good. Let's try it again. Up. Was that easier or more difficult? As you go on, sometimes it gets a little bit easier. For those who have really weak muscles, it gets a little tougher. Let's try it again. I'm going to say it's 3, even if it's 4. We'll sit back down again. Good. Let's get up. Are you getting out of breath? If you are, just sit and watch. Watch what we're doing. Watch what I'm doing. Let's try it again. Up. All right, we're going to sit back down slowly. This will strengthen your quadriceps, your lower back, your hips. Let's go up again and sit down slowly. Let's try one more time. And try to stand or sit as straight as you can and keep that back nice and straight as you stand up, if you can. Wonderful. Shake those legs out a little bit. Some people have trouble balancing just doing something as simple as this. So I'm going to go to the side of the chair. Now the first thing we're going to do, and this is an extremely important exercise for seniors, because you want to be able to lean over to pick things up. You want to be able to get in and out of a car, in and out of bed, toileting. You need strong quadriceps, hips, glutes, and lower back. And this is what a squat will do for you. It's not a gorgeous exercise, not so attractive, a little ungainly, but it's really important for us. So let's bring the arms out straight, and we'll do a squat. Hold it. Stay right there. Try to stay there for 10 seconds if you can. Now, if you can't go any lower than this, that's all right. So let's come back up. We're going to do a few more of these. This is really important to do. If your balance is really poor, you can do it holding onto the chair. So bring that arm out. You're nice and tall. Watch that posture. Pull the chin in. Bring your weight over the front part of the foot. That means you can lift your heels up. So let's do the second one. Now you're going to come down. I'm going to go a little bit lower this time. This will also stretch your calf muscles, but especially it strengthens your quadriceps. So we'll come back up. Now this time, as long as you feel your balance is okay, think of sitting in a chair. You're sitting down in a chair and reaching forward. So little by little, you'll stretch out, you'll strengthen more. You're going to come back up again. Good. Let's do 4. Arms straight out from the shoulders if possible. And even if you can only bend a little bit, you're still getting a strength right there. And you're going to bend those knees and bend a little bit lower. Reach forward. Good. And come back up. Not so bad, right? We can do that. Let's try it again. Reaching forward, and come back up. Can you do 2 more of these? And you know, if my counting is off, it's okay. Sometimes you might do a little more, sometimes a little less. Let's try 1 more. Arms out straight. You're going to bend the knees. See if you can go a little bit more. Hold on if you have to. A little bit more, good. And then we'll come right back up again. All right, I'm going to turn my chair. You don't have to, but I want you to get behind your chair, and we're going to do a very basic balance exercise. And you're going to strengthen your lower leg. These are called heel lifts. There's many different names for them. And all you're going to do is lift your heels up and put them down. Isn't that easy? It really is easy. Lift your heels up again and put them down. Lift up again. Let go with one hand. Now, everyone is at a different fitness level. Some of you might be able to do this without holding on at all. Let's do a few more holding on with one hand. Good. And up. Try it again. We're going to go on to the next one in a few seconds, but let's do this. This is a really important exercise. It doesn't look like much, but it does a lot to strengthen your foot, ankle, lower leg, your calf muscle. All right, but now that we've done that, I'd like you to bend your knees, keep your feet straight, just the way they are. Watch that posture, nice and tall, pull the chin in, shoulders down, and let's stretch those calf muscles out. We've been contracting them. Good, now we're gonna stretch. Oh, doesn't this feel good? Oh yeah. We'll come up straight. Let's come forward a little bit. Let's do 1 more heel lift up. Watch this. Do a little back bend here. We do very little exercise going back, and we need to do more of it. And we will in future classes. We'll work a lot on posture and bring the heels down. Now, most of us have a stronger leg or a weaker leg. Here's the trick. You should do at least 4 of these on the weaker leg to balance your strength. Because I notice when sometimes I lose my balance a little, and I usually lose it toward the weaker side where the weaker leg is. So let's do a couple of extra heel lifts. Here we go. 1, just on 1 foot now, and down. Good. And 2. And 3. And I'm doing 4. Let's see if we can do 8. Maybe you can. And 5. And 6. Good. And 7. Can you do 1 more? I bet you can. Yeah, you can do it. Great. Let's shake the legs out a little bit. Shake the legs out again. Now, before the next balance exercise, I'd like to stretch the calf muscles out a little bit. How do we do that? We do the walker or runner's stretch. You're going to point to the back so your leg is straight, glue your toe to the floor, the ball of the foot comes down, then the heel. If you don't feel a stretch, you need to go back a little bit more, but I'm going to stay right there. I don't want you here. I'd like you to push yourself up nice and straight. You notice we're always working on posture because it's really so important. It's important for your balance. It's important for alignment, body alignment. Let go with one hand. Can you let go with the other hand? Not too bad, right? Let's try the other side. Always hold a stretch, at least 10 seconds. 15 or 20 is better. The other side, point, ball of the foot comes down, and then the heel. Push yourself up nice and straight. Are you getting a little more comfortable? Are you warming up a little bit? You're doing something really important for yourself. You know that, don't you? All right, here we go. Out. See if you can balance. If not, one hand is fine. Any movement is better than none. It's called the joy of movement, isn't it? Yeah. All right, we're going to shake those legs out a little bit. I used to teach dancing, and the plie that you see in ballet classes and in the ballet itself does a lot to strengthen your legs. And again, for better balance, your legs have to be strong. So let's do it together. I think I'll do it the same way, in the same position. So stay behind your chair, holding on. Your feet should be comfortably apart, and your feet should be turned out a little bit rather than straight. Okay, so let's do a little plie. I'm going to pull those up a little bit so I'll be comfortable. Keep that chin pulled in. See if you can stay down there. Let go. Even if you can only do that. That's something. At least you're moving, right? We're strengthening, strengthening, strengthening. And then we're going to come back up, come forward a little bit, bring your weight forward, and just lift those heels up. Again, you're strengthening the foot and the legs too, so that's a good one. So this is a plie. You're going to bend your knees. Now when you bend your knees, I'd like you to look down, holding on. Make sure the knee is over the toe, not in or out. Make sure that knee is right over the toe, okay? Look to the other side. I have to check myself too. It doesn't always work. You're going to come back up. We're going to lift the heels up. Let go with one hand. Let go with the other hand. Can you balance at all there? I guess I can do a couple of seconds, so that's good. What I'd like you to do is a couple of these right now. We're going to be stretching out those quadriceps a little bit. Nice, easy stretches. We're going to do some lunges after this, but I'd like to do another kind of plie. But our feet aren't going to be turned out this time. The feet are going to be straight, nice and tall. Tuck this under, bring your weight forward, pull the chin in. This is where you should be, not here. Pull it in. All right, your feet are straight. You're going to lift those heels right up. There's a little space between the feet too. And you're going to bend your knees. But keep the heels up, bend them again. Why so much emphasis on strengthening the legs? Because when they're not strong, we tend to fall. It's as simple as that. Now you're going to come back up, put your heels down. I'm just going to give you a couple of these today, all right? Because I know I'm giving you a lot of the knee bend stuff. Very important, remember, for the quads to be nice and strong and toned too. All right, so you're going to bend your knees, keep your feet flat. Now lift your heels up. It's a tough one. Nice and tall. Come up. Let go with one hand. Let go with the other hand. And see if you can balance. Whoops. Out. How did you do? I love ballet. I really do. It's very graceful and very strengthening to the whole body. It's also great for flexibility, believe it or not. All right, shake that leg out. Just to loosen them up a little bit. I do want to stretch the calf muscle again too, so you're going to point. Pull the ball of the foot down. I'm going to pull my head back for better posture. Stay right there. Stay, stay, stay. You should feel a stretch in the calf. If you don't, you have to go back a little bit more. All right. Are you comfortable here? Again, you're going to hold this, I'm going to say 15 seconds. 10 isn't really enough. Let's try the other side. Point, ball of the foot, pull that heel down. Pull yourself back. Stay there, stay there. We're almost done with this part anyway. Can you balance? Can you do this? Doesn't this look like a yoga pose? We're going to do that too. Not in this class too much. Not today, but we will another time. Wonderful. All right, I want to do one more thing. I'm going to face you this time. You can do whatever you want, wherever you're comfortable. You can just come to the side of your chair. Yeah, come to the side of the chair. Just bring one foot in back. Make sure those feet are straight and not turned out. And you're just going to bend both knees. So you're bending the back leg and the front. How does that feel? That's another way to stretch the calf out. And it strengthens the quadriceps a little bit. And see if you can balance there. We're always thinking about balance, 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 right? All right, I'm going to bring the foot back up. Let's put the other foot in back. It's one way to do it, one way to lunge. There are many ways. And you're going to bend both. Oh, boy. All right. Pretty soon we're going to sit down, do a little more stretching. Yeah, and then come back up. How does that feel? Go down again one more time. Arms out. All the time we're working on balance, trying to strengthen the legs and imprint how good balance feels in your brain. Even people with neuropathy and some numbness in their feet can do this kind of exercise, because people say, well, if I can't feel the ground, what good is this going to do me? It will imprint where you should be in your mind. It's very interesting. I can't go into all the details because it's a little bit confusing, even for me, but grab some water. Always have your water with you. We're going to sit down now and we're going to do some posture work and some stretching. A little more stretching for the legs and some stretching for the upper body also. When your muscles are tight, they pull you forward also, which isn't good. I have a theory that if we stretch enough, we might not lose as much height as we do with aging, when the discs dry out and things like that, and losing your posture from osteoporosis. Some of us can't help that, but there's always something you can do. Always something, as long as you can move. So let's have a seat, relax for a minute, and I get a chance to rest a little bit too. So for the next few minutes, let's see what we can do. That's kind of easy but effective, right? One leg out straight. I think this is one of the first things I did when we started the show. And just pull that leg up if you can. Pull it up and hold it there. If it hurts your back or you're really uncomfortable, don't do it right now. We'll give you a little rest. Now let the leg fall down and lift up. I'm going to come forward just a tiny bit. Sitting up straight, I'd like you to pull the knee toward your chest. A much easier way to do this is in bed when you get up in the morning, okay? So pulling that knee up, pulling it up. Does it feel good? Feels good for me. And I mean it. If I don't do this, I feel it in my back. Always check with your doctor. There are very few people that can't do this, even people that have had surgery and things like that, but always be on the safe side. And most people know what they can do and can't do. All right, let's try the other side now. So when we stretch the leg out like this and pull it up, we're stretching the back of the leg. Let's flex that foot too and get a stretch in the calf muscle. Nice and straight. I don't expect you to get your leg way up to the ceiling. Just pull it up, drop it down, and then it's nice to, if you have a chair with arms, you can put your arms right on the chair and pull that leg in as much as possible. So everyone's a different height, a different weight, so just do what you can do. That's all. All right, sitting up nice and straight again. I'm going to put my hands right here, and this is how I'm going to sit up straight. It's very comfortable, and you're just going to pull those shoulders down, look up at the ceiling, kind of pull against your knees, and feel the shoulders come down. Feel your back flatten right out. Doesn't that feel wonderful? I love this one. And then we'll round the back this time. Lift your shoulders up. This is a great spinal flexion. We just don't want to stay like here in this position. And when you pull yourself up nice and straight, the discs all realign, the vertebrae and the discs. So pulling it up, pulling the chin in. Try to practice this when you sit in your car and you're driving. Pull your head back into the rest. You can see fine out the window unless you're very, very small. Wonderful, great. All right, let's do a little bit of stretching for the upper body, which we should really be doing every day anyway. So one arm up straight, that's easy. Isn't that easy? Hold on to your wrist. Pull up, up, up. So you're using your own body to help you stretch, rather than trying to reach like this, which is okay, but it's easier like this. I like this. Not sure if I invented this or not. You never know. Switch to the other wrist and you're going to pull up and up again. Isn't that wonderful? We're going to do a set of letters now, 3 letters for posture. The first one is called a Y. Y, that's easy. Both arms up, kind of out to the side on an angle, and you're going to pull them back, and you're going to feel your shoulder blades come together. Now, isn't that easy? It's kind of easy. It might not be terribly comfortable because you're not used to it. Just very gently push back. Cross your arms, grab your shoulders, and round your back forward. I love this one. You're giving yourself a hug, which of course we haven't been able to do lately, but there's still a lot we can do, isn't there? So that was the Y. Let's do the T. Do I look like a T? If I was standing, I would. Again, pulling that chin in. Let's try to get those arms as far back. Get those shoulder blades together. Oh man, that feels so good. I can feel it here. I can feel it in the pectoral muscles, which become very cramped with poor posture. So this opens them right up. All right, now, there's one more letter. You ready? W. The W. And yes, we're going to go back, but we're going to go down first and back. I don't know if you feel the difference here, but it reaches all the different spots there on your back, your upper back, or the cervical area, correct? So that feels pretty good, does it? All right. Again, come right back in again and pull yourself forward, round that back as long as it doesn't hurt or you don't hear any strange noises. You never know. Sitting up straight, let's do a very simple exercise. We're almost finished now. You're going to turn the hands, sitting straight. Don't go back and don't come forward. If you come forward, it's not a stretch, right? And you're going to push out and out and out again. How does that feel? Now, for some of you, you might have a little bend in your elbow, and it might be difficult to go any farther than that. Just do what you can. So I think this is kind of an easy way to stretch. All right. Now, take your hands, bring them back. Now, if it's very uncomfortable to do that, you don't want to mess up your hair, just touch the back of your neck and get those elbows back as far as you can. This is a wonderful stretch. Now let's do a little bend and get a stretch all the way down your side. We should always stretch, especially after doing strengthening exercises. And then we'll come back up again. Open your feet just a little bit. Cross over. This is a good one. This is good lying down also. It's good for your core. You can tighten your abdominal muscles like this, kicking your legs out and just coming side to side. I don't know if we're going to be doing any floor work. Most of the exercise I've done at senior centers is seated or standing. We're going to talk about that. And then we'll come back up. So you're feeling pretty good now? All right. Let's go all the way up to the top now. Our neck and the head and so forth. So looking straight, shoulders down, chin pulled in. Just drop your head right down and hold it. 2, 3. Let the weight of your head pull your head down. I'm going to say 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 15, and bring your head back up. Good. Now let's do a little bit of a turn. Pay attention to how it feels. Pay attention to any noises you might hear. Sometimes I get a little crackle or something, but so far I've been able to bring my head back, so I guess I'll just keep doing it this way. Just be careful. And then we'll go way back over to the other side. All right. I'm going to stay there a little bit longer. I didn't stay enough on the other side. And don't force it. Just do what you can. Good. All right. And then we'll come back slowly. All right. Now there's one more way that we can stretch the neck out, and that's to just let the ear drop down. It's called the ear drop. It makes sense, doesn't it? And then the other side. Now we're going to go back because we didn't stay there very long. We'll go back to the other side. Now, when I stretch like this, did you notice my eyes close? And I really shouldn't do that when you're all watching me, but I do. I can't help it. And then we'll go back to the other side. So we're stretching a lot of stuff here. But as I do these exercises, because I've been doing them so long, I keep thinking of more that I can give you. So we're going to cover a lot of subjects on this show. It is a fitness show. And it is for seniors. What is a senior? Is that someone over 65? That's what they tell me. That's what people think. And I'm definitely over 65. So let's do, we're just getting to the end of the show now. Bring your legs out straight. And I want you to flex those feet back, but sit up straight, please. Point your toes and flex your feet. This is for your lower leg. I just thought we'd go back to the legs for a minute here because I like this one. It's easy and it feels good. We shouldn't be working too hard right now. We've done a lot today. We really have. All right, try it again. Flex, and we can say extend or point. Flexion, extension, flexion. You can do this with your hands if you want. It looks nice. Tightens the core, your abdomen here. So maybe we should do about 100,000 of these. What do you think? Back and forth, back and forth. Put one foot down, please, and circle. I like this one. This one is easy too. Gives you flexibility in your ankle. When your ankles are stiff, you're more apt to fall. So let's turn the other way and around and around. Easy stuff, right? Let's try the other. Straight out. We're going to circle and circle. And I'm going to end the show right here. And I hope you'll tune in tomorrow. We'll have another show for you. And we're going to be on, as far as I know, Monday through Friday anyway. If that changes, I'll let you know. And thanks for tuning in. And I think it's wonderful that you're doing something for yourself. Try to make this a daily thing. It's something to do every single day. That's good for yourself. If you miss a day, that's okay. You're still way ahead of people that aren't doing anything. So again, I want to thank you all for tuning in and see what you can do on your own. All right? I'm going to say bye for now, and I will see you next time on Fit for Life. Bye.